good afternoon, students. Sorry for being late. I was having practicals. Come fast, you will also have practicals, okay? So we'll start. We'll start with your IT Act, right? Yeah, we are discussing IT Act today morning, Information Technology Act. Okay, we'll brief it when the topic ends. Okay, so we had some sessions to be discussed, right? We'll discuss that first. All of this we finished, then we'll move on to 67, section 67 A to Z. We'll see what 67, okay? Yes. Now we are going to deal with section 67, okay, IT Act. So what is the section 67? Punishment for publishing or transmitting obscene material in electronic form. Okay, obscene material in electronic form. Whoever publishes or transmits or causes to be published or transmitted in any electronic form any material which is lascivious or appeals to be prurient interest of its effect is such as to tend to deprave or corrupt persons who are likely having regard or relevant circumstances to read, see or hear the matter contained or embodied in it. Okay, didn't understand anything, right? It's okay. So there are so many tough pronunciations here. So the act mainly deals with transferring of obscene materials. Okay, obscene materials means like any explicit images. Okay, those kind of things comes into this. Any videos, all those things comes into this. Okay, so what is the punishment? Shall be punished with first conviction with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years, and with the fine which may extend to 5 lakhs, and in event of a second or subsequent conviction with imprisonment of either description for term which may extend to 5 years with also fine which extend to 10 lakh. Okay. So what happens when you transmit something that is obscene? Okay, any sexual materials, obscene videos, all those things, obscene sexual photos, all those things when you transmit, okay, or make it public, there are some laws, IT Act, there are some laws that contradicts it. Okay, so if you are doing things like that, okay, for your first conviction, if they are caught for the first time, there won't be any warning and all. The first time you will be convicted for 3 years, up to 3 years, and a fine of 5 lakh rupees. Did you ever thought of this? Publishing some sexually explicit contents in the internet? That is not right. Okay, if you are doing things like that, if you are caught, they won't give you any warning. Okay, the first thing there will be up to 3 years or 5 lakh rupees fine. That is bigger than your total semester fees, right? So which may extend to 5 lakh rupees in the event of second or subsequent. If you are doing it again, if you didn't become a good person after that also, if you are doing the same thing again, then what will happen? Imprisonment of either description which may extend to 5 years, from 3 it became 5 now, fine which may extend to 10 lakhs, you will get double the amount of fine. Okay, so don't things like that. So 67A. So these are known as amendments. Okay, amendments 67A, 67B. So when the internet came, people were not doing all these kind of things. Okay, they didn't know too much about the internet. That then a totally different sites for pornography, all those things started. So many pornographic videos, ads, everything got to be. They started a new era for all these pornographic sites. Okay, so then the act had to be amended. Okay, then this act had to be amended. That means after 2000, all these pornographic sites, everything started, and people started sharing all these videos. Okay, explicit videos. So all those things are contained. It only happened after 2000s, right? 2010 and all those times only. So that time we have to add something, because that was not in this. They didn't know when they were starting this. They didn't know it was used for transferring porn or something like that. Okay, so they have to amend it. That is why you amend a law. Okay, you put new section. So first amendment is 67A, punishment for publishing or transmitting material containing sexually explicit act etc. in electronic form. Okay, whoever publishes or transmits or causes to be published or transmits in electronic form any material which contains sexually explicit act or conduct shall be punished on first conviction with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 5 years, with fine which may extend to 10 lakh rupees, and in event of second subsequent conviction this term will be almost 7 years and the fine 10 lakhs rupees. Okay, if you are transferring something, sexual videos or something like that, any images or something like that, or publishing it, that is not correct. Okay, that is not right. So you can be punished for that. So the punishment, see the punishment, I told you IT Act punishments are very good. Okay, if you caught for the first time, they won't leave you with a warning. Okay, your first time if you're caught, what is the punishment? Imprisonment for 5 years with a fine which may extend to 10 lakh rupees. Is your life worth that much? So sharing a porn video or any sexually explicit content, that is not right according to this act. Okay, if you're caught doing things like that, you can be punished. You can be punished with a term which may extend to 5 years and 10 lakh if you're caught for the first time. If you're doing the same thing the second time, they will punish you for 7 years. Okay, 7 years and again a 10 lakh, up to 10 lakh rupees fine. Okay, punishment for publishing or transmitting materials depicting children in sexually explicit act in electronic form. Child pornography, this deals with child pornography. Okay, 67B deals with child pornography. Okay, so if you are asked which act or which section deals with child pornography, because all this happened after 2010s and all those things came up. Okay, so this is amended act. So 67B of IT Act 2000 deals with child pornography. Okay, so punishment for publishing or transmitting of material depicting children in sexually explicit act in electronic form. So it's written here what all things are there, like publishes or transmit or causes to be published or transmitted material in electronic form which depicts children engaged in sexually explicit act. The first one is if you are taking videos or sharing things that in which children is engaged in sexually explicit act. Those are below 16 years, minor people. Okay, they are in some sexual act, they are engaged, and if you are taking videos of those, then it's punished under 67B. Creates, tests or digital images, collects, browses, downloads, advertises, promote any form of obscene or indecent sexual. If you are downloading, downloading child pornography is also a crime. Okay, you can be punished under this. Okay, all those things, if you are sharing it, everything is a crime. Okay, child pornography is crime. So facilitate abusing of child online. Of so many different forms here. You can read that. Okay, yeah, so from 67 you study what is 67A and B. Okay, that is what you have to study. Then last one we will be discussing is about 75. I think yesterday we have discussed about 75. We'll just see what it is once more. Act to apply for offence or contravention committed outside India. Told you yesterday itself, if you are doing some crime outside India, hacker is outside India, he is doing something with the computers or any network inside India, he can be punished. Okay, he can be punished by this act 75 of Information Technology Act. So these are sections that we are going to deal with, only these many sections that we are going to deal with, because I'm not going to give you too many sections, it will be too much for you, right? So just study whatever sections I have mentioned here, okay? You can go through other sections also, it's good for you. I've mentioned the references, you don't need any references for this, because there is something called IT Act, BEAR Act, okay? I told you how to get the BEAR Act. To getting a BEAR Act is very simple. Just type here IT Act. Sorry. IT Act 2000. See, PDF file, that is a BEAR Act. If you click on this, you will get downloaded. Anywhere you go, you can get the PDF file, okay? 2.29 MB, there are PDF files. IT Act, you just need to write IT Act. If you want to write BEAR Act also fine. Just write IT Act, BEAR Act, PDF, okay? You will get it. The first one is a PDF file. Download it and start reading, okay? Any act which you want to download, you can do like this. IPC also, just write IPC BEAR Act, you will get it. CRPC BEAR Act, you will get it, okay? Everything is free of cost. So that's done. Then we'll just brief about IT Act once more. So your IT Act 2000, the main objective was to carry lawful and trustworthy electronic signatures and all those things. It contains 94 sections divided into 13 chapters and 4 schedules. Laws apply to the whole India, okay? We studied about 1996 United Nations Commission on International Trade Law, okay? United Nations Commission on International Trade Law, they adopted a model law for electronic commerce, okay? From the next time, General Assembly told that all the member nations should accept some laws for cyberspace, okay? Because cyberspace was growing at that time. They must enact some law of the member states should enact some laws based on this, so that every law in the country will be almost same. If you have based on one law, if you are doing it, every member state will have almost similar laws, right? So India also listened to that. India was a part of US, so they were the 12th country to enable the IT Act. Then it was passed in 9th May 2000. That is fine. Objectives. What are the main objectives? I told you today morning also. Legal transitions. We are doing some legal transitions. Grant some legal authority rights for that. Then digital signatures, electronic filling of documents. You protect the documents, data, everything. For that you have some laws and all, right? So electronic filling of documents, you protect all those. Facilitate electronic storage of data. Electronic storage of data means you are storing data. For example, Aadhaar card. Your Aadhaar has all your details. Your address is there. Your image is there. Your signature is there. Your biometric is there. Your fingerprints, biometric is there. All those is stored electronically, right? Okay. So to facilitate all the electronic storage of data, nobody hacks into it. If somebody hacks into it, they will get punished. All those things are mentioned in the IT Act. Then transaction between banks or anything like your Myntra, Flipkart, Amazon, whatever you're buying and thinking, all those electronic transaction between banks is happening, right? So you have to have some act to protect all this, or else hackers will be everywhere. Okay. So legal recognition, banks can keep electronic account books in electronic form. Just like if you have an Axis Bank, you can download their passbook on mobile, right? So this IT Act provides provides banks to keep electronic passbook. Axis Bank will be having, HDFC will be having, Federal Bank will be having, all those banks will be having their own passbooks, right? Electronic passbooks. So by IT Act, they are given legal authority to maintain a electronic passbook. All these banks and all doesn't come under IT Act, they come under Reserve Bank of India Act. Okay, so there are so many different number of acts. Okay, there is Copyright Act, there are so many different acts. So we are only learning about the main acts. Banks and all come under Reserve Bank of India Act. We are not going into all those because we are not law students. Fine. Some sections I told you to read: 43, 65, 66, A to F. All the A to F sections we discussed today. 67 A to C, and 75 section 75. Okay, then we'll now move on to our next, what is this? Yes, now we'll move on to our next topic, that is Wildlife Protection Act. Wildlife Protection Act. Okay, it's a very important act because people have been taking over forest areas, killing animals, taking over their habitats. Okay, so all those things are happening, and because of that you need to have some act to protect all those, right? You are going into their habitat and you are using, cutting down their trees, okay, killing them for your own personal gains. Okay, this slide will also have some explicit images of animal taking task and all. They will have some images. Okay, as your forensic students you have to deal with all those. Fine. So India is a country of rich flora and fauna. Flora means all the plant species, fauna means all the animal species. You know, right? India is very like diversity. Okay, like if you are going to the south, you will have this tropical rainforest will be there. If you go into central India, you will be having all this deciduous forest. If you are going to the Kashmir side, you have alpine forest. So all these different types of forests are there in India, and because of that, there are so many habitats in India. Okay, there are so many habitats in India, like lions are present. Then there is tiger sanctuaries. Okay, elephants are present, rhinos are present. There are so many natural habitats for so many animals in India. Okay, so India is like a diversity. It is rich in flora and fauna. It is a land containing 10% of the world's species. Okay, India contains almost 10% of the world's species. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, India constitutes 7 to 8% of all species, including the plants and animals. So some of our species just went away, I guess, because of this overforestation. So now, according to International Union of Conservation of Nature, that's a new research, they have found that India constitutes almost 7 to 8% of all the species, including plants and animals. Together with plants and animals, almost 7 to 8%. Yes. So we have to protect the wildlife of our country. Okay, it's our responsibility. No overhunting and all. So we had enacted something known as the Wildlife Protection Act. Okay, so the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, after independence only it came. It's not based on British and all. It's our own. That's like a RIT Act. So the Wildlife Protection Act 1972 is an act passed by the Parliament of India on August 21st 1972 and later implemented on 9th September 1972. The date is 9th September 1972, enacted on 9th September 1972. This act was enacted for the protection of plants, birds and animal species. Plants, birds and animal species, everything comes under the Wildlife Protection Act of India. Okay. This act contains 66 sections and 6 schedules. Contains 66 sections, very small, right? Comparing to IPC and all is very small. Evidence Act is very small. Wait, it only contains 66 sections and 6 schedules. Fine. Okay, there are some definitions which you will need to learn. Okay, I won't be giving you so many sections to learn from this Wildlife Protection Act, because it will be too much for you. You have all the main acts and all. So I can't just give you so much sections to study, right? So I'll just give you the definition. These are definitions from the IT Act only, Wildlife Protection Act only. Don't mix up all these acts, okay? So first one is Section 2 subclause 1. Section 2 subclause 1 defines animal. What is animal? Animal includes amphibians, birds, mammals and reptiles and their young, and also includes the cases of birds and reptiles. Includes in the case of birds and reptiles their eggs. Okay, so it includes amphibians. Amphibians are, I wanted to explain, right? Those who live in water and land. Frog is an amphibian. Birds, mammals, then reptiles, birds and their young, And in case of birds and reptiles, their egg also, okay, snakes and all, their egg is also protected, considered as an animal, okay. Animal article means an article made from any captive or wild animal. An article made from any captive or wild animal other than vermin. Vermin means all these pests, okay, those who destroy crops and all. For example, locust is there, right? It come and destroy entire crops. That is not under wildlife protection. You are supposed to kill it, no problem, okay. You can spray pesticides and kill them, no problem. Your rodents, like your rat and all, they come and destroy your crops and all, right? Rodents, those are considered as vermins, okay. There is a schedule when you are reading Wildlife Protection Act. There is schedule which shows you what is vermin, okay. So vermin, if you make something from a rod, like you take a locust and make something from the locust, not a problem, okay. That is not some an animal material article. If you make something from, like if you killed a rat and all, if a rodent, right, so if you kill a rat and if you keep its skull, no problem with that, okay. So other than vermin, and includes an article or object, in which the whole or any part of such animal has been used. So any article in which that, for example, guitar with a tortoise shell, okay, that is an article with only part of tortoise shell, right. So it includes an article or object in which the whole or any part of such animal has been used. And ivory imported into India, an article made from them. Imported ivory is also there in this. Ivory is elephant tusk. It's made of ivory. Ivory is a substance that mainly present in elephant tusk. Okay, elephant's tusk is there, right? So ivory, that's ivory. Oh, we have images. Finally, you have images in your law sections, so you can see the skin of this animal. There is antlers, there is horns of your ears and all. Okay, what are all these? Then there is so many other horns. Then this tortoise, the underpart. This is porcupines, needles, monkey's paw, all those things like that. This is your tiger skin. These are all known as animal articles, okay. Yeah, we have more, like something made from ivory, okay. Elephant tusk, we make something from ivory. Why? I don't know what's the need of that, okay. We can make it using plaster of Paris, right? People are crazy. So some things made from ivory, they are made from ivory. I don't know why to kill animals and make months like this. Then all these products are from ivory. See, guitar made with, this is turtles. Turtle is there, right? It's turtle shell. They killed the turtle, took the shell and made the guitar. You understood how people are, right? Okay. So these are turtle shell guitars that are also banned. These are known as animal articles. Okay, something is a part of an animal, made from the animal, and also some article which is made from the animal. Fine. Dealer. Then in 2 subclause 11 we learn about dealer. Excuse me. Yeah, dealer in relation to any captive animal article, trophy, uncured trophy, meat or specified plant, means a person who carries on the business of buying or selling any such animal article. A person who carries on the business of buying or selling any such animal article, and includes a person who undertakes business in any single transaction. Okay, a person who is selling this animal you are selling this animal items, right? Ivory animal you are selling. That person is a dealer, or any person who undertakes this in any single transaction. You are buying that in a single transaction. You are buying it, right? So you are also becoming that. Habitat includes land, water or vegetation, which is the natural home of wild animal. Okay, includes land, water or vegetation, which is the natural home of any wild animal. These definitions are not given by me, it is in the act itself. Okay, 2 subclause 15. So whenever you are asked to write a definition, you need to write it from some standard books. Okay, this is a law. Okay, in law it's given definition, that is like throughout India that same definition only be used, right? So you can write this definition, no problem. Okay, definition is something you will have to give when you are writing definition. It should always be standard, should be from some books or anything. Okay, don't make up definitions. Hunting. What is hunting? 2 subclause 16 includes hunting. Hunting includes killing or poisoning of any wild animal or captive animal and every attempt to do so. Okay, killing or poisoning of any wild animal or captive animal, killing of captive animal or wild animal. Okay, and every attempt to do so. If you are attempting to kill also, it comes under hunting. Okay, capturing, coercing means like chasing anything. Okay, coercing means you following the course and chasing it down, so that is known as coercing. Capturing, coercing, snaring, keeping snares, you know, right? Snaring, trapping, driving or baiting any wild animal or captive animal and every attempt to do so. Every attempt to do so is also hunting. Okay, not just doing it, attempting to do is also hunting. Injuring or destroying or taking any part of the body of such animal, or in case of wild birds or reptiles, damaging their egg of such birds or reptiles or disturbing the eggs or nest of such birds or reptiles. Injuring or destroying or taking any part of the body of such animal. Okay, taking, you know, right, elephants are all killed to take their ivory. Okay, so injuring or destroying or taking any part of the body of such animal, or in case of wild birds or reptiles, damaging their eggs of such birds or reptiles or disturbing the eggs or nest of such. If you are disturbing the nest of also like eagle, the bald eagle is there. There are so many types of eagle. If you are disturbing their if it's protected under the wildlife, if you are disturbing their nest also, it's a crime. Okay, if you are breaking their eggs, that's a crime. Okay, just a minute, let me just put down the AC. Okay, so understood that, right? What is hunting? That is all about hunting. Then we have 2 subclause 31 that deals with trophy. Okay, trophy means the whole or any part of any captive animal or wild animal other than vermin which has been kept or preserved by a means whether artificial or natural. Trophy means you are taking something from an animal. You are killing a elephant, taking the ivory and going. Okay, that is a trophy. Okay, the trophy you are taking. Wildlife includes any animal, aquatic or land vegetation which forms a part of habitat. So includes any animal, aquatic or land vegetation. Plants are also included. Yes, for instance, you have to see pictures like this. In crime scene also will like this. So killing an elephant and taking its tusk. Okay, that comes under hunting. It's not good. Just for ivory, the elephant is killed. Look at the herd is ruptured and they plucked the tusk from that and the poachers went. Okay, it's a very heinous crime. Okay, see rhinos. These poachers will go hunt the rhino, shoot them, and they'll cut off the horns, rhino horns. It's very dangerous. They cut off the rhino horns and kill them. Okay, sometimes they won't kill them. The rhinos will be going without horn, and when they come into a fight, they'll die. Okay, so without any treatment, these rhinos will die. Look how mercilessly they have cut off the horns. See the knives, they have cut off the horns, or with the chainsaw thing, cutting off your teeth with the chainsaw will be a good thing. Just like that, they are doing with the rhino. Okay, they are cutting off, chiseling off its horns. Okay, so we saw about elephant and rhino. Yes, some important sections which you have to study. So in this also some important, only 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 sections. I am only giving 5 sections because I know it's too much hectic. So it's okay. So important sections, what are the important sections? Wildlife Protection Act, you can download by yourself. I show you how to download a Bear Act, just like that you download it. Okay. Yes. So which is the section which I have to do? Section 4, Wildlife Warden. Who is that? So here you saw the definitions, right? Section 2 definitions. Section 2 definitions. So animals is there, bird is there. I don't want you to study everything. I've given the important ones only. Okay, collector, who is a collector, what is circus, that is given here. Forest officer, who is forest officer, what is government property, what is habitats, what is hunting, what is livestock, what is license, what is manufacturer, what is meat, what is national board, national park, everything is given inside this. Okay, reserve, forest, recognized zoo, protected area, person, state government, taxidermy, rugs, trophy, vehicle, weapon, vermin. Vermin means any wild animal specified in Schedule 5. Schedule 5, schedules are the ones which will be on below your act. There will be schedules like anything defined in Schedule 5 is known as vermin. So schedule, where to find schedules? Just need to go down. These are known as schedules. Okay, when you are at the end, you can see schedules. Schedule 1 is there. Okay, then Schedule 2, four, Schedule 5. Okay, Schedule 5, these things are known as vermin. Okay, if you kill a vermin, no problem. Okay, vermins are common crow, fruit bats, mice, rats, all those things are vermins. Okay, I told you about the rodents, mice and all. Killing mice, no problem. Nobody will hang you for that. So you are dealing with section 4, right? Where are we now? Yes, we were dealing with wildlife warden. Appointment of wildlife warden and other officers. State government may, for the purpose of the act, appoint a chief wildlife warden, or such officers and employees as may necessary. Okay. In performance of duties to exercise powers under the act, the chief wildlife warden shall subject to general or special directions as the state government may time to time give. He is appointed by the state government to make sure this act is followed. Okay, chief wildlife warden. The wildlife warden, the honorary wildlife warden and other officers and employees appointed under this section shall be subordinate to the chief wildlife warden. Fine. There will be chief wildlife warden, that will be head, that will be appointed by the state government, then wildlife warden and honorary wildlife wardens. Fine. There is wildlife forensics also. Okay, we going to discuss it when we are learning about the different areas of forensics. There is wildlife forensics also. Okay, you can, if you like wildlife, you can try for wildlife forensics also after your BSc. Then try to check for the criteria. Okay, there are so many Indian institutions, there is not much. There is one wildlife institution in Dehradun. You can search for that. Then there is abroad there are institutions. Okay, so if people are interested in wildlife forensics, you can go for that. Yes, now section 9, prohibition of hunting. Where is section 9? In one more week you will be here, right? After one more week you guys will be here. Then you'll start the practicals and theories and lectures. You'll meet the seniors, so it'll be fun. Okay, so till that time you read all these things so that you can come here and enjoy. So study your topics. Okay. 9. Prohibition of hunting. No person shall hunt any wild animals specified in schedule 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3 and 4 except provided under section 11 and 12. Okay, so I showed you where to find the schedules, right? So any animal which is mentioned in schedule 1, 2, 3 and 4, if somebody kills or hunts an animal, he shall be punished. Okay. And section 11, there is some cases where this animals hunting is permitted. Okay, that is permitted by the Chief Wildlife Handler. So that may be in. So when will he permit that? He will permit killing of these animals when, like, it become dangerous to human, like, or is so disabled or diseased beyond recovery. Okay, if that animal has some disease and is on laying, like it can walk or something, it has a disease, it's gonna die. So in those premises, this Chief Wildlife Warden can mercy killing, right? Just like human mercy killings, Wildlife Warden can suggest officers to kill that. Okay, if it's like lost, amputated, if it's going to die, so instead of relieving it from the pain, they kill it. Okay, that is one case. The Chief Wildlife Warden authorized. Second case is when it has become dangerous to human life of property. Okay, dangerous to human life of property. Or example, if a tiger is in the city, okay, if he is trying to, if he attack people, if he is in the city, then they are authorized to tranquilize it or hunt it. Okay, no problem. If elephants, if one elephant is coming to villages and killing people, okay, constantly destroying their crops, killing people, then officers are authorized to tranquilize it and kill it. No problem. If they are kill it also, Wildlife Chief Wildlife Warden give authority for that. So killing or wounding in good faith of any wildlife in defense of oneself or any other person shall not be an offense. Okay, so if you are killing, if you are walking on the road and a tiger just attacked you and you accidentally in the defense you kill it, won't be possible. But if you have some superhuman strength, I know everybody will run, everyone will run. So if you kill it by somehow, that won't be an offense. Okay, you won't be like hanged, like you won't be prosecuted for killing that thing. Okay, so the killing or wounding in good faith of any wild animal in defense of oneself or any other person shall not be an offense. Fine. Oh, I think we almost ran out of time. Ran out of time. So we'll stop it here. So we have seen about the border section. Section 4 we have seen, who is Wildlife Warden, that we have seen. Section 9, prohibition of hunting, that also we have seen. Okay. Tomorrow we will see about 17A and B. Then 37, 38K and 51 penalties. What is a penalty? Then we have just one more law remaining, that is a very short law. Just we only be having that one remaining, and we will finish all these laws by that time. Tomorrow we will most probably finish all this law. Then we will go to the other part in second unit, that is like codes and all, that we will finish.